Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Small Town Life. I'm your host Ben, and today we're building a road again. And this time we're using blasted rock as our road base so that we can get access for logging trucks. Because it's a lot easier to extract the lumber when the trucks can get at it. So, I'll show you a little bit as to how this goes. So, me being as smart and educated as I am, I had once again forgotten to bring my microphone and other recording equipment. So, you'll just have to bear with my incompetency yet again. Just leaving the pit now. So we like to use these to help communicate with the various trucks and other equipment so that we can make sure that we're not cause trouble for each other, especially on a very narrow road. There are some areas to where you can pass each other, little pullouts, but other than that, it's quite tight. And here we have our rock pit where we're getting loaded up with some beautiful blasted rock. All the goodies. Usually when our loader is sifting through things, they'll organize the rock into piles. As you can see, we got our big stuff, smaller stuff, and he's loading up the little road base sized 3 to 4 inches. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a view of what I get to see while I'm getting loaded. And as you can tell, it can be a little noisy at times, especially bare rock against the metal box there. Hearing protection is always a lovely thing to have. You saw our previous episode about our mirrors as to why they're important. You can also see where they're useful to see where things are going on the loading process. These are our little snack break moments. Get some water, coffee, shove a cookie or two in your mouth, take notes. As you'll notice, as the box gets a little bit more full, it's not as noisy once things are getting dropped in. It's all cushioned. So once again, for all you newer viewers, the reason why I make things like this is to show you that there are other options available for employment, other fun things that you maybe never thought of doing before, or you just had a bad take on it. Driving a truck like this, as purely an operator for somebody else, let's talk money. You can be making sometimes as a driver from like 30 to 40 or so bucks an hour, which in today's age isn't really bad buck wise there. But the thing you really want to try and aim for if you want to be a full-time truck driver is you want to have your own truck, be your own boss kind of a thing. after, you know, your maintenance and all that, fuel and other cost, your other expenditures, you can be making upwards, you know, of 80, $100 an hour after your expenses. Not bad cash flow. So can it seem a little daunting? Maybe. A little monotonous at times? Yeah, it can be. But it is an honest living, you know, and helps pay the bills. And you don't have to spend 100 grand in student loan debt to get something like this. Just tossing it out there, guys. Now, it does cost money, obviously, to buy a truck. That's why you start off as an operator first. Build up your cash. Get some savings. But you don't buy a brand new truck right off the get-go. Get something that you can pay off really quickly or save up for. I mean, you can look around online. You can probably find dump trucks or whatnot like this. Maybe around 30 to 50 grand. You know, it's not that difficult to save up something, even to get a little loan going to at least get you started. But make sure you have enough banked up before you do a big jump like that, and make sure you have lined up a fair bit of work so that you can be making money as soon as you have the vehicle. This also goes for other pieces of equipment too. We got a lot of guys who have various sized excavators and things like that, who were just renting the equipment for a while until they were able to get enough clientele and everything else. Eventually they were able to purchase their own equipment. Sometimes it's best to start off used. If you are able to buy brand new, awesome. But you know, there's no shame if you can't. Getting started is the most important thing. Gotta be careful when you're backing over the freshly packed or freshly dumped blast rock, because it's sharp and tires are expensive. So you gotta be careful as to how you're turning and all that. Oh. Also make sure that when you're leaving, you're not catching any rocks in your dualies. Once again, this is where the mirrors come in handy. And it's rinse and repeat. So as far as gravel truck work goes, these tend to be more of my favorite. It's got a good steady pace to it, helps the day flow pretty good. And when we're doing these off-road jobs, we have a lot less traffic to deal with, which is always a bonus. You just gotta watch out for the odd person going on a hike, and if they're with their dog, just keep an eye out for them. But ultimately, we don't have too many other vehicles to deal with, and yeah, that makes it go a lot easier. Not having to dodge other cars all the time, or wonder what they're doing on the road. I can go on for a long time about my gripes with how people drive, but we'll save that for another day. Maybe. It's a lot to put you through. So, when I'm going over with what we're doing, these kinds of jobs during a lot of these different different episodes. I keep it really basic because people who are in the industry already, they already know what I'm talking about, or they're going to want to correct me on a lot of things, be what it be. But I want to be able to give you guys a broader idea as to different things. And to help break stereotypes. And yeah. So I make these kinds of videos as more of like an educational thing to see if this is something that you yourself might be interested in doing for yourself, or if you're just curious as to how things are done in general. You want to know what other jobs are like just because you're curious. You know, nothing wrong with that at all. People who are in the industry will probably watch this and go, oh, what's he talking about? Does he even know what he's talking about? At the time, no. I'll admit it. I don't claim to be any real expert on a lot of these things. I try and dummy it down a lot though, make it simplified. So, just a basic understanding as to what we're doing. Yeah. Rocking out. Today on the very spoiled list is myself. As the wife and kids made some lovely cinnamon pecan muffins for me to munch on. And so I shall indulge during the time I get loaded. Down. The reason why I really like doing this kind of work is the view you get to enjoy when you're driving along. Very beautiful stuff. Yeah, this is what we gotta be surrounded by when we work. All this fresh greenery. Good for the soul. And we also get to find all these nice little hiking trails is because of this line of work as well. We have the bigger rock. Now these are near 3 to 4 feet long. 3-footers. Smaller yet. Getting loaded up with the finer crumb like stuff. Packs nicely. We're coming to the end of the work day here, and I would show you just how much ground we can cover. going over top of right now is all the freshly laid material. Let's just show you how far it goes. Dumping all day long. You can actually get a fair bit done in a short time. So we finish a nice long beautiful day of work, only to have me hear something go thud in the cab. That's my strobe light. I need to fix that mounting. The vibration's got to it, guys. How to make sure it all works properly again. Let there be light. Flashy strobe light. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for another day of me doing stuff. Seeing what goes on in the world, how things get done, how things are made. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of education that I was able to hopefully provide for you. If you liked what you saw, give a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share with your friends and family, and we'll catch you in the next one.